there was 3 guys at work, and we were talking. It was me and 2 other guys, and one of them was a union rep, and one guy was complaining that this guy's in my locker right next to me, and he smells, and he doesn't take showers, and you're working in the sewer and you don't take showers, right? That's bad. And you get paid time to take a shower. I know the guy, he's in my locker room, just not in his aisle. And I know the guy doesn't take a shower. He never does.
Ever?
Ever.
After he works in the sewer all day, he goes home and doesn't shower.
And he doesn't even wash his clothes, his work clothes.
Look, there's people that shower before work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that shower after work. Now, the hands-on guys, like your construction guys, your sewer workers, or your roofers, or those are guys that shower when they get home because they're sweating their asses off all day. They're doing this and doing that.
We get paid time to shower at work. He doesn't shower. Yeah, I sent that over to you. I don't know if you saw, but Gustavo Badell died.
Does anybody know why or how?
I have no idea. I just found out while I was at the gym.
And dude, he was only a little older than me.
He's 50.
Oh, he's younger than me.
He's 50. He was born in 72 because I looked it up.
I'm 72.
What?
I'm 72.
Oh, yeah. So that's...
he might be turning 51 this year.
Right.
Maybe he already did.
Yeah. I have no clue as to why he died. Nobody knows yet. Because I Googled it. I was looking. I have no idea.
Wow.
But yeah. Did you ever have any
yeah.
Did you know him?
We competed together in the Ironman a couple times. I believe he was in the Arnold once or twice when I had done it.
Mm-hmm.
Night of the Champions, San Fran Pro. I mean, we knew each other. Yeah.
Yeah. That sucks, man. Who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah. And of course, before everything comes out, people are by tomorrow, everybody's gonna be like,
yeah, it's the vaccine. He died from the vaccine.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah.
We didn't get into it last week. I wanted to talk about it with Joe Aesthetic. John Aesthetic.
Oh yeah.
What was his name? Joe Aesthetic?
Yeah, Joe Aesthetic, and I forgot his last name. Zinder, I don't remember. Yeah. They were saying that it was the vaccine. He got hit 4 times. He went 4 times for the vaccine.
So look, the guy had a condition. Okay, pre-existing condition.
Oh, he did. See, I don't know. I didn't even look it up after last week.
He also had blood work done for years and was known for high hematocrit levels, high hemoglobin levels, which is the thickening of blood. He slept in a hyperbaric chamber.
Why?
Yeah, he used it for anti-aging, dude. But see,
he was 30.
Dude, he's fucking kids, dude, with their Botox and their fucking anti-aging at 30 years old. And dude, don't get me wrong, the hyperbaric chamber is good. I'm not against it. It's good. It's a high oxygen, low altitude type of living.
If you're an endurance athlete, I get it. But
the reason it gives you better endurance is because it enhances your red blood cell count, and by doing so, it thickens your fucking blood.
Yeah.
So somebody who has high hematocrit levels or high hemoglobin levels, you're thickening your blood on top of that. You're going to get a fucking clot, dude. And
I actually do. And I have to go every 3 months to give blood. And if it gets worse, they can, I have to get it's some kind of, I don't know, paperwork that'll allow me to go every 50 something days.
Right.
Because usually 3 months is the minimum,
To donate or to
donate blood. Yeah.
Yeah, I do it more often also because I for years I had high hemoglobin levels. It's under control.
I think if you're an athlete, generally you're going to have it, right?
Well, dude, I mean, for an athlete, you actually want high hemoglobin levels.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you recover better.
Right.
However, when they're too high, it's risky, and you want to be on an anticoagulant or a blood thinner or something like that, which I'm sure most of these people don't pay attention to.
Right.
Or you go and you donate blood, which drains your blood, it thins it out in your body, and then it'll build back up. You got to drain it again.
Yeah.
But these are the things, these are the proactive things that you have to do when you're an athlete if you're health conscious or you're really worried about anti-aging.
Yeah.
These guys are all worried about anti-aging, but they're all fucking dying.
But anti-aging at 30, I mean, what are you worried about? Jeez, I don't know. These guys are nuts. I
They
swear.
saw a wrinkle or a gray hair, in the mirror.
Yeah,
and
right.
they're it's too much for that generation.
And these are what the kids look up to. It's unbelievable. Yeah. Anyway, so listen to this. I just found this out too, actually. Milos was on Jay Cutler's podcast, and he brought Nassar. You saw that? You saw that? And he's brought Nassar's 1996 steroid cycle.
10 anadrol a day?
10 a day. Dude.
So
the most I ever took was 2.
You know what anadrol is?
Yeah. But go ahead. You can explain it better than I can.
But you know what it's prescribed for?
Was it like burn victims or something to that effect?
No, anadrol is for people with sickle cell anemia.
Really?
Yeah. So what it does is it raises your red blood cell count, your iron count. Thickens your blood even more.
Okay.
So when you take high doses of anadrol, like these guys, it's no wonder these guys are all fucking dropping. And dude, I used to use anadrol. It was probably one of my favorite drugs. It was my drug of choice.
Yeah.
But I never went above 1 a day. And hearing that Jay and some of these other guys did 4 or 5.
Yeah, Jay said he did 3 at his peak.
Dude, that's a lot of anadrol.
Yeah, 150 milligrams.
That's a lot of anadrol.
Nassar did 10. When I was a kid in the 90s, I used to hear about in the gym when I used to go to Pump and Iron and Golds and whatnot, and Johnny Lads. I used to hear crazy cycles. 3,000 milligrams.
You ever hear about what I did?
Not exactly.
Because I know you heard other things about them when we discussed them.
Yeah.
A lot of it was just all like, what? Like
I never heard exactly what. The one thing that but it wasn't anything direct. It was, so what happened was you were guest posing in 99 at the Mr. Staten Island, right? And your friend, I don't know who it was, but he was putting the Protan on you before you go back. And I remember I was with Joe Baggs, and he died, and he's like, let's go backstage, because I was watching the show. He goes, let's go backstage and see Arns, pumping up. So we go back, and your friend was putting Protan on you, whatever, and he hit something, and you're like, ow, you hit your knee or something like that. I don't know. And you're like, he goes, oh, did I get you? He's like, yeah. And you were like, yeah. And then it wasn't Joe Baggs. I think it was either Joe Baggs or Ronnie Brown. Leaned over and whispered in my ear, 10 pins a day, meaning you. And I went, yeah. And I went, really? And of course I'm 22 or whatever I was. And so I believed them, and I was like, 10 pins a day, what are you, a pin cushion?
Yeah, that's excessive.
You think?
for a competition, sometimes 1 a day.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe on some days it was more than 3 C's, so it might have been 2. But not 10. I just always wondered what people said. And dude, I have no problem telling. What cares?
But I remember numbers floating around 3,000 milligrams of test a week. I remember that was like one of the numbers that everybody was saying, pros use 3,000 milligrams of test a week. So now hearing that Nassar did 10 anadrols, I wouldn't be surprised if he did 3,000 milligrams.
I had done 1,500 mgs of test, just straight test a week.
Right.
I believe that was the highest I ever went.
Yeah.
And I think I was just experimenting, to see what it would do. And I don't really remember if it was something where I thought I benefited from, where I continued it. But at least 1,000 makes a test.
The most I ever did was 1,000. The most I ever did was 1,000.
So 1,000 I was comfortable with. Sometimes I think 1,500. I might have done that for a couple durations, a couple cycles, but that wasn't my go-to. Like, oh, I got to do this and I got to do that. You know, like that wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't like I'm hitting 1,000 makes 1,500 makes the test a week, but it was usually around 1,000.
Yeah,
and that was later on in my career.
Yeah, listen to this. Actually, I actually never told the story before. One of the first guys that helped me, well, I would say Ronnie Brown, Cassie. I don't know if you remember Cassie Hornbuckle.
Yeah,
big girl. She was a bodybuilder. She was huge, but she was real tall.
Powerlifter too.
Maybe
or just bodybuilding.
I only know her as a bodybuilder, but I wouldn't be surprised if she was powerlifter. She was big. And then there was John O'Regan, right? And I remember listening to John O'Regan about the steroid protocol. And this was really strange to me, but I listened to him, you know, I tried it. And he told me to use Cypionate. You know, I would always use sus, right? And he told me use Cypionate. And he would have, I don't remember exactly what else he had. I don't remember, whatever. And he had to be doing 1/4 of a cc, like every other, like twice a week or something like that.
What?
Of a Cypionate.
Why?
I guess because I was young. I was in my early 20s. So I guess his attitude was my testosterone was high enough already that you just want to add a little bit more without actually shutting my testosterone level down. You know, but it didn't last long because like after like a month, I was like, fuck this.
I remember used to hearing of protocols he did with diets where he'd give people like, you know, 5.2 ounces of protein of chicken or whatever it might be, or, you know, 1/3 of a leaf of lettuce or whatever you know, like
he did to his credit, he did help Dallas McCarver turn pro. That was his trainer. That was Dallas McCarver.
He wasn't doing 1/4 of a cc.
I guarantee he wasn't. Yeah, you know, but yeah, it was all new to me back then. You know, I had no idea.
He was a strange guy,
dude, big time.
Did you know about him or?
No. I think he was one of those homosexuals, I believe.
Did I send you that post? Did I send you that video?
Yeah, that was hysterical. Yeah. You know, I never watched that show, but that show was hilarious.
What show is that?
That is God, I forgot the name. That show was the two comics that that was the show.
Guy?
Yeah. They replaced the Dave Chappelle show when Chappelle went off.
Oh, was it on Comedy Central?
Yeah, it was on Comedy Central.
Dude, I get clips of that all the time.
And they were pretty funny. They tried Carlos Mencia, but it didn't work out. And then they replaced it. Then they replaced him with those two guys. And of course, you know, you're never going to get the ratings Dave Chappelle got. But they were on for a while. They were really funny together.
Oh, so they're off now?
Yeah, I think so. I think
they're fucking hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the show. I don't remember. But 10 anadrols a day for Nassar, and like I don't know what the guys back then were doing. I know Nassar was a little nuts. You know, anytime you watched an interview of him, he was a little. He would say, "You remember? I just remember
Johnny Morant. Remember anybody named Johnny Morant?
No.
He was a pro bodybuilder. He won the North American, got his pro card, but he was one of the more, you know, one of the more prominent pros. You know, when I was coming up, he was from Diamond Gym. He was from my gym, so I always saw Johnny, wanted to learn from him, and this and that. And Johnny was, dude, he was just a character.
Right.
If they would have made a perfect, you know, character for a movie, you know, for a bodybuilder / you know, funny guy, great personality.
Really? That's odd.
Dude, he was a good guy. He still is, you know. But I remember him telling me he had done at one time 2 or 3 anadrols a day, and I thought that was high.
Yeah.
Because, dude, me doing 1 a day was enough for me. It fucking destroys your appetite.
It does. Once I always went to 2, my appetite always got killed.
Yeah.
You know, so I always dropped it back down to 1.
Yeah,
you know.
so one was always enough, but I had heard that he had done like two or three for short periods of time, and I thought that's a lot. It's fucking a lot.
How do you operate on 10? The only way I could understand you operate on 10 is if he was mentally unstable and he was just like, no matter what he felt like, I'm just gonna bodybuilding was everything and I'm gonna do whatever it takes. You know,
Well, dude, he was
even
one of
if
those
it,
guys. He was fucking strong as a house, you know,
yeah.
I'd walk into the gym and he's fucking military pressing 315 behind his neck, and midway through, hey, I fucked your sister last night, and like, dude,
Oh,
like, just,
your boy Johnny. Okay.
yeah, like stuff like that. But dude, he was a big dude. I mean, he was a
Yeah.
heavyweight, but in our time, he would have been a super heavyweight.
Right. Yeah.
Back then they didn't have the super heavyweight class, but um, dude, he was just strong and built and trained heavy and got
Yeah.
it done. And I don't know, dude. I just think it was, again, we always drift into this. It was different back then, but it was, and I don't know, dude. If Nassar was taking 10 anadrol a day, I'd have to argue the validity of how potent they were, because I don't know how anybody could handle 10 a day.
I think he probably did do it. Well, Milos
I'm
had it.
sure he
So
did.
yeah, I'm
Yeah,
sure he
but
did. Yeah.
who knows if they were real or
I think he
how they
was
were
so
dosed.
mentally off. Like he was so eccentric that he would have done it and would have dealt with whatever fucking happened, because once you get, like, there were times like I would take like too much tren or too much anadrol, and not only would my appetite lose, but I would feel sick all the time. Do you know what I mean? Because that's just being toxic in your body. And I guarantee you, he's the kind of guy that would just deal with it because he didn't care. The whole idea is I got to be bigger and better for the next show, and that was
But
really
what
it.
year was that Milo said it was? Was that
96.
96?
Yeah.
So I believe that's when he was chasing Dorian.
That's right. That's right. Yeah.
So he probably had a lot of
Yeah.
motivating factors in those years.
Yeah. That's
So
right. That's right. You think they would?
Dorian,
I don't think they would have gave him the title anyway, because because back then, like, he was so unliked he used to say
he
such
was a good
outlandish thing.
he was a good guy, dude. Nassar was a good,
Really? I don't know.
yeah. I always got along with. He was always cordial to me, and did very inspiring in the sense where, when I first turned pro, he pulled me aside and, "Dude, you have a great future, and I like your physique," like, just very
Really?
uplifting. Yeah,
Uh,
it was. He was good like that. He didn't think of people as a threat.
because I've heard stories of things like, Dave Palumbo tells stories where he would Dave would go to the bathroom and he would have his girlfriend there, and Nassar would be trying to hit on his girlfriend while he wasn't there and things like
Oh,
that.
I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
And
I don't know that
you
stuff.
watch interviews of Nassar, and like if a girl was interviewing him, he would really be like, you shouldn't be interviewing me, you're a woman, all this craziness.
Well, he was Middle Eastern, dude.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah,
he had that.
yeah, yeah.
They have that mantra.
But okay. Speaking of which, I sent you the list of the Vancouver Pro. Dude, there's something wrong with the sport if you got 6 guys in the open. I mean, give me a break, man. I mean, it's just, do these guys think they're all going to do the same show right before the Olympia qualify and just jump into the Olympia? Because there is a ton of guys that are not qualified that should be on that Olympia stage, and there's so many opportunities, and they don't take it. I don't get it. I don't understand. Do they think they're all gonna, like, because it's July now, and the Olympia is in October. Yeah, it's getting
October or November.
Oh, it might be November. I'm not sure, but it's getting to the point. And once you get to August and September, it's like getting to the point where it's like not too many shows left.
Well, yeah, I mean, you get in. You got to win it to get in.
And and there's no point system anymore. So what are these guys thinking? I mean, there's so many guys that aren't qualified. And this Vancouver, and Hassan is doing it, and so there's your winner right there, because the only other name I know is Spear, Nathan Spear, and he's a decent bodybuilder, but he's not going to beat Hassan, and it's just what I started calling Hassan Mustafa, Hassan Chop. Remember from Bugs Bunny?
Huh?
Yeah, Hassan Chop. No, you don't remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon?
I remember
Really?
Bugs Bunny. I don't remember that.
Yeah, he had the big sword. It was Middle Eastern. Hassan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I gotta send it to you.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's so I'm like, why aren't these guys doing this? Oh, that's
It's
what
like, it's like we
this,
talked about a couple of weeks ago. They don't want to compete. Nobody. And I see other guys. I see posts without calling anybody out, and I've decided to take the rest of the year off, and I've decided to work on. What the fuck are you doing? Do you want to be an athlete or not? Like, I don't get it.
I don't
Imagine
I
like
don't
you're in your prime, you're at a certain age where you're in the NFL and you just got drafted.
yeah.
Hey, you know what, New York? I'm going to sit this year out.
Yeah,
I'm going to work on my mental health issues, or I don't want to. I just don't want to do any type of summer training. It's too hot out. I'm going to work on this and work on that, and we'll be ready for next. Fuck you, dude.
Yeah. Off the top of my
these fucking people. If you don't compete, they should pull your fucking pro card.
Yeah, really.
That'll get them moving.
Yeah, at least
that'll fucking get these guys moving.
Yeah, really. Off the top of my head, I'm not even looking at a list. Here's the guys off the top of my head that are not qualified for the Olympia and should be because they're Olympia caliber, right? James Hollingshead, Justin Shear, Hunter.
Hunter, I think is waiting for the end of the year, right?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean. I mean, he
doesn't mean he'll get it. Right.
Yeah, right, exactly. Carlos, right? I know he was sick for the New York Pro, but Carlos, Andrew Jacked. Who's the other guy I'm thinking of?
Wait, Andrew Jack's not qualified?
No, not yet. No.
Yeah,
he didn't break the top 6 last year, and he didn't win a show this year.
I thought top 3 at the Arnold got it. No.
No, I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Really?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure. Otherwise, he would. Why would you compete again? Because I know he's going to do another show. He's prepping for him.
Oh shit! I thought he would.
Yeah, no, I don't think so, man. I mean, you can go down the list. All right, who else? There's one guy that I'm thinking of that Brent. What's his name? Everybody knows him. Let me see.
I don't.
What's his name? I can't remember his name. He used to be on Fuad's channel all the time. But he's a good bodybuilder.
Where's he from?
I'm pretty sure he's from the States. I don't what's his name?
Big white guy.
Yeah. We talked about him.
Fuck.
We told me, you and Jose Raymond talked about him last
year. Good physique.
And he's not qualified. What the hell is his name?
Yeah. Fuck.
I mean, there's a lot of guys that aren't qualified. I mean, Beef Stew could have qualified if he would have kept going. If he would have did one more show, he could have won. You're gonna tell me he can't fucking win Vancouver, or the Cali Pro? You know what I mean? Coming in second. I mean, you could just go down the list, and I don't know what these guys are waiting for. If they think that they're going to all compete at the same 2 or 3 shows at the end and win, then you're sadly mistaken. I don't understand what the mentality is. Why wait? Qualify, punch your ticket, do the Olympia. I don't get it.
Right.
Oh yeah, here it is. Let me see. Gustavo Badell. They just put a post up. Where is it? Was that RX? Might be RX. RX. Yep. We're very saddened to hear of the passing of Gustavo Badell at the age of 50. The freaking Rican. Why'd they call him the freaking Rican? Wasn't he from like?
No, he was Puerto Rican.
He was Puerto Rican? I thought he was like from Brazil. Oh, all right. Was a true icon of sport and will greatly be missed. We pass our warmest wishes. It doesn't say how he died or anything, but yeah, what's that young guy's name? What am I thinking of? Who am I thinking of? What the hell is his name?
Yeah, Brent.
Yeah, I don't know if it's Brent. It's something to that effect.
Right.
And
I'm looking.
I forget his name, but and there's a lot of guys that aren't qualified yet, and those are just ones that are off the top of my head.
Right.
That Canadian guy isn't qualified. Valiant. What's his name?
Oh, Ian.
No, no, not Ian. The other guy, the other Canadian guy,
Isn't Ian Valiant? Valiant?
Ian Valier. But this guy he's the other Canadian guy. Big dude. I think he won the Cali Pro last year.
Uh,
He was like bad on drugs for a long time, and then he made a comeback.
oh shit! I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. I forget. He's not qualified. I mean, you go down the list.
Right.
These guys just aren't. They're not competing, and I don't get why. I mean, if I'm looking to, if I'm a, if I want to register, if I want to, Jesus Christ, be on the Olympia stage, and I look at the list and there's only 6 competitors.
Well, dude, I don't get the argument that they're staying out because they don't want to compete because they're worried about their health and this and that.
That's bullshit.
Look, so the thing about bodybuilding, if you're really worried about your health, get the fuck in, bang it out for a few years, and get the fuck out. You know what I mean? Like they're
you know what you signed up for, man.
Yeah, like dude, they're elongating this. It's like,
yeah,
hey, I'm gonna go play in an NFL game and get hit, 6 times a year as opposed to getting hit. And dude, the thing is, they're not staying off drugs. They're
right,
staying
exactly
all
right.
year. Who the fuck are they fooling? They just don't want to do the work.
Regan Grimes is another one who's not qualified yet.
Right.
I mean, you can
see, but he was intentionally working on his physique.
Yeah, but it's
didn't say he's worried about his health or he can't handle compete. He wanted to make some improvements, and
so when are we gonna?
I like Regan.
Yeah, but when are we gonna see the improvements? When are you gonna get on stage? I don't even
this year, dude. I think he can make a good showing this year.
I hope he does, but it's just not happening. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. You want to know what I think, honestly, man? And this is just my opinion. I think this is the Gen Z millennial generation all grown up, and this is the outcome, man. Everybody gets a trophy, everybody's entitled, everybody's special, and this is your outcome, right?
They got the pro card, right?
They got the pro card.
Got the pro card. They did it. They did it.
I'm Instagram famous. I'm making money from sponsors. And I'll get it. I'll do it. I'll get around to it. And then you got guys. Don't get me wrong. You got a handful of guys like Nick, like Derek, like Hottie that
want it.
Want it. Right. And you know what? And it's just that mentality is going to keep the rest away because those guys don't have that mentality. That I'm going for.
That's what separates the top guys from the rest.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And this too will pass. I know we know that phrase. And you will get a cycle of guys that are dead set on fucking earning their spot,
right?
And building a name. Unfortunately, it's not this year.
It's I don't know, man. It's just ridiculous. But another guy who's not qualified and should be, good Vito. But did you see what he did? He jumped off stage at the.
Yeah, what happened? He got hurt, right?
Yeah, I don't know. Something hurt his knee or something like that. But I mean, and people are like, "Oh, you shouldn't have jumped off stage." And I don't know. I remember bodybuilders jumping into the crowd and stuff like that to get everybody excited. It's just a bit of bad.
However,
yeah.
Some of these guys, dude, they don't work on mobility and carrying.
Yeah, I know,
dude. I remember, at my heaviest, I used to stretch down into a cabinet to try to reach, a tub of protein. Like, fuck my neck and my shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm pressing 150-pound dumbbells.
Yeah, right.
But stupid things like that. That's why I incorporate my functional training and helps. Because I was an athlete. And you want to be able to move. And some of these guys are as big as they are, they can't fucking move. So you jump. And dude, you have that in you. You're used to jumping or running or doing this or doing that, but when you're carrying that weight and you haven't done it for
300 pounds, yeah, right.
Different fucking story.
Yeah, you ain't kidding. Yeah. So there was another thing I forgot. So last week, Andrea Presti wins the big man evolution in Portugal, right? And I had Vlad winning. And
yeah, there's an argument for that.
And Vlad came in 6th. And then they showed he came in 6th. And then
who was second?
Second was
Hassan?
no, Hassan didn't do it. Second was Fritz, Roman Fritz.
Oh, right. Okay.
And Vlad put up some pictures. He looked like he got screwed. I don't know.
I didn't see the pictures.
I don't know. Let's see if I could. Let's see if I can find them. I don't know how or why or what, but let's see. But it looks suspicious. Let's just put it that way. Let's see if I could pull them up here. Trying to see if they showed them on here. No, let's go to his page. All right, I think this was 2 days before. Can you see that?
Right.
You know, I think that was, yeah, it looks like that was 2 days before. And you know, I think he had some posts on his stories, if I could find it, where he put up pictures of, oh, here we go. Okay. That's him right there. Right. I know it's
rotating.
Yeah, they had him on rotating things. Let me see if I can find. There we go. Okay. I don't know if you could see that. Can you see that? And he basically was saying, you know, you tell me if I should have came in sixth.
They have the lineup. Any pictures of the lineup?
Let's see. Yeah, I could. And here's another one. Yeah, you know, that's Anton Vaillant. That's the guy I'm thinking of from
Anton.
Yeah, he's another one who's not qualified. Let's see. Do we have any other pictures? No. So the pictures to the lineup. Let's see. This guy's good with. I don't know how he gets the picks up so quick, but he's pretty damn good. Here we go. Okay, so. Oh no, it's Andre Presti. Sorry. Okay, let's go back. See if they have. Oh, okay. Here we go. No. Oh, here we go. Okay. So here's Presti right here. Roman Fritz comes in second. And this guy, I'm going to butcher his name, but his name is, get me out of the way here, Imar Maromajarek. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. He comes in. He came in third. He came in third at the Arnold Brazil too. Fourth was this guy Christian Wolski, and fifth was Peter Clencier, and Vlad came in sixth.
Wow.
Yeah, and this guy doesn't have any pictures of Vlad up, but just those little pictures that I saw from.
Who was that hitting the lat spread down? Scroll down. The middle. Right there.
This is that Hunter? I want to say that's Hunter. Update. Yeah, that's Hunter Labrada. He made some serious gains this year, Hunter.
When was that picture taken?
This was a few weeks ago. He did a guest posing. A couple of weeks ago. I think it was last week or the week before he did a guest posing. I think he's doing Texas or Tampa or something like that.
Dude, he's fixing his back.
Yeah. No, he put a lot of he made a lot of changes this year. You know.
Wow.
Yeah, he looks really good. You want to know who else looks good? Look at this. Speaking of backs, I couldn't believe this. I know, you know, what's his name? Look at this pic.
Yeah, I saw that.
Where is it? Did you show it?
Maybe one of his stories.
Let me see. Nope. Yeah, I thought it was a pic because I commented.
Somebody sent it to me the other day.
Yeah, when he does the lat spread right from the back, and I'm like, holy shit! Oh, there we go, dude. Look how far down his back goes. That's fucking impressive, you know. Anyway, I don't know. It looks like Vlad Dampala might have gotten screwed for some reason. I don't know how you get screwed with 9 guys in a lineup and Lionel Becky coming in last.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I don't know. It's possible because those picks that, that just those couple of picks that he put up, it's like, oh, okay, I don't think he should have came in 6th, but who the hell knows what goes on? Who knows what goes on behind the scenes, man. It's unfucking believable.
Yeah.
But
it's a lot to take in.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you, man. Okay.
But who knows? Unless you see the lineup with them next to each other.
Right. Absolutely. But if I don't know Steve Weinberger at all, I might have met him once or twice. Anytime he's the head judge, things seem to go right. Anytime he's not the head judge, everything is questionable. I don't know what happens. Well,
Steve's certainly a no nonsense kind of guy. So
yeah. Dave Palumbo says that when Steve is the head judge, what put a bad taste in his mouth is that he truly believed that his ex-wife, who is Bev Francis, should have won Miss Olympia, and she never got it. And he always said, or his attitude is, well, if I'm ever head judge, it's going to be fair no matter what. That was according to Dave Palumbo. So I could see that. I could totally see that, because you could definitely make an argument for Bev Francis winning, 1 or 2 Olympias. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But things like that turn you off to the sport if you're watching it and you go, what, I mean, that's exactly what happened in boxing. It's like you're watching a fight and you're going, what fight are they watching? And why, this guy really won? And it turns the fans away. And now nobody even watches boxing anymore. It's like, everybody knows it's rigged. So you don't want to go in that direction, man. You don't want to.
I don't know if the lack of enthusiasm for people, coming to bodybuilding shows is because they don't feel like people are being placed right.
No. I'm just saying that is a possibility if something like that continues.
Yeah, to be honest, I don't excuse me, I don't know how relevant that is anymore. Sure, it happens with certain judges, but again, you have one judge who's the head judge who's calling the shots, and everybody else does have their own vote.
Mm-hmm.
They have their own score sheet where they could put everybody differently. But usually the head judge, the way he lines people up, it kind of dictates the way it's all going, based upon, hey, I want to see this guy next to this guy or this girl next to this girl or whatever. So they put them all together, and then you kind of get an idea first, second, third, fourth, and fifth where they're all standing, right?
Right.
Then they move them around. So people do have a final say with whatever they put in there. Sometimes people are led, by the head judge. And then sometimes if you're inexperienced as a judge, you got to realize this shit moves quick.
Yeah.
It moves fucking quick. And if you don't have an answer, if you can't really differentiate between this person and this person, sometimes you just go with what's put in front of you.
Mm-hmm.
So if they have them standing there, all right, I'm going to go with this because I can't make up my own fucking mind. And dude, it's tough. I've judged, it's tough like that. So you got to take that with a grain of salt. But then again, it's a subjective sport. And what I mean by that is I might have, a certain eye for something. Like you could put, 5 girls on stage. And if I like blondes, it doesn't matter what the other judges like. I'm putting my blonde over here. Or if I like brunettes, I'm putting her over. It doesn't mean she's better.
Mm-hmm.
It just means what I love, whatever I have a preference for. And some people like shape, some people have symmetry, some people have conditioning. And there is a precedent that they said, like, right, this is the criteria, this is what we're looking for. But at the end of the day, dude, it's still people.
Right.
It's still people.
Human
judging.
error. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, not even human error, just their own bias.
Mm-hmm.
I like this. I'm going that way. I don't care what you tell me. I'm the judge.
I'd be biased if I had to judge women. Definitely, I would totally be biased.
I bet.
I would just go with the girl with the biggest tits on stage. That would have been real. That would have been it. Like that Russian chick, Natalia, whatever the hell it is. She'd be Miss Olympia if it was up to me. Like, yeah, you win. Everybody go home. Yeah.
Everyone's gonna leave.
Yeah, pop a tit out for us. Why don't you?
Right.
Yeah, you don't want me judging. It's not good. Not for the chicks anyway. Do you
No,
know what? I have a bit of a gripe with gym owners or managers of gyms. Every gym has a smelly guy. Every gym has the guy that stinks, and he always has the dirty shirt on and the whole thing. And there's always one. And I'm going to put the onus on the owner or the manager to actually, it shouldn't be my job as a member of the gym to tell that guy, dude, you smell. I think the owner or the manager should be like, look, dude, you stink. And we even have showers here, and I'll give you a bar of soap.
I did it. I had to confront people when I ran Diamond Gym.
Oh, thank you.
And people come and complain, and sometimes you just don't want to hear it. You just don't want to hear it. So I'd walk up to these guys and say, dude, listen, you fucking, you got to shower, you got to use deodorant, you got to do this. It's fucking bad. I love you, dude, but you fucking stink. Get your shit together. Go hose your asshole down. Get it together. But what's worse than that? You ever go to these gyms and they're air conditioned? Always fucking breaks in the summertime.
Oh yeah. That's just
I'm dealing with that now, dude.
Yeah.
Dude, the air's been rough, dude. The air's been rough.
We'll get to it. Thanks, Jesus.
It just broke. Yeah, fucking 10 months. It broke. It broke last summer.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
To break. When are you fixing it? Oh, right after this heat wave.
Yeah, it's just the stinky guy in the gym. There's no reason to smell. I had to do it at work.
Really?
Yeah, I had to tell somebody at work, and we were talking. There was 3 guys at work, and we were talking. It was me and 2 other guys, and one of them was a union rep, and one guy was complaining that this guy's in my locker right next to me, and he smells, and he doesn't take showers, and you're working in the sewer, and you don't take showers, right? That's bad. And you get paid time to take a shower. I know the guy, he's in my locker room, just not in his aisle. And I know the guy doesn't take a shower. He never does.
Ever.
After
he works in the sewer all day, he goes home and doesn't shower.
And he doesn't even wash his clothes, his work clothes.
Look, there's people that shower before work, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's people that shower after work. Now, the hands-on guys, like your construction guys, your sewer workers, or your roofers, or those are guys that shower when they get home because they're sweating their asses off all day. They're doing this and doing that.
We get paid time to shower at work. He doesn't shower. The last half hour is for us to shower at work, and we have because there's different bacteria in the
give him code red.
So we were sitting there. Long story short, we were sitting there, and he's complaining. He's like, "I don't want to tell him." And I was sitting there. I was like, "I'll tell him." So I went downstairs, and I said, "Yo, I don't want to mention this." I said, "Yo, you got a second? Let me talk to you." And he comes outside of me. I was like, "Listen, man, guys are complaining, man. You smell. You got to shower. You got to clean your clothes. I don't know what to tell you." He's like, he just goes, "Okay." So I went back inside. I saw the guy. I was like, "All right." Told him. I don't know why that was so difficult. I don't know why is it so.
Not bad, dude.
Yeah.
Sometimes people appreciate it because they're like, "Dude, I didn't know. I'm sorry."
No, this guy knows. No, because I actually don't think he still showers. Actually, I think it's it's just
that's bad.
Then he complains he can't find a girl. I'm like, well, hygiene is probably the smelly guy in the gym. That the manager and the owner, it should be on the onus to him to tell the guy, listen, you gotta take a shower. Like we have showers here. Here's some soap. Here's a washcloth. You're not leaving here until you take a shower.
You all union workers?
What?
You all union workers?
Yeah. Union, New York City. Yeah.
So a bunch of guys get together, grab them.
Yeah, hose them down and shit.
Give them what do they call it? A green beret shower or a
yeah. There was one guy. There was one guy.
His ass down with some steel wool.
Yeah.
Shower the next day.
Yeah. This was the oddest guy. This one guy would shower, but it was really funny because he would. We have a row of showers. It's not like prison where it's all open, right? There's doors, there's walls, and then there's the shower curtains, right? So you get it individually, right? So there's one guy that was at work. He would get in the shower, get wet, and then suds up outside the shower. So he would get all sudden soapy outside of the shower, while guys are walking into the shower. And then he would get back in the shower and rinse off. It was the strangest thing. And like, you really can't complain. It's like, but
maybe he wanted to stay on, and maybe he was in there, it came right off.
I have no idea. I don't know what the deal is. And another thing is, I don't know if these guys, a lot of the guys didn't grow up with like brothers, older brothers or something. I don't know. Like I grew up in a house full of men. It was just my mother that was the only woman. It was me, my two brothers, and my father.
Right.
And, walking around naked or taking a shit in front of you, there was nothing to us, especially when we lived in Brooklyn and the house, the house was small, whatever. Didn't really matter,
Right.
Anyway, so I go in the shower. I take my towel off before I go in the shower. And then I come out of the shower to dry off. Right. There are guys that go in the shower with their towel, and they dry off in the shower if they shut the shit, because they don't want to be naked in front of anybody. And then they go to the locker, and then they get their underwear and they put it on like underneath their towel. I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. I just fucking,
I've seen that a million times.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Oh, listen to this. There was this one time, right? But this guy would do that all the time, right? I talk about this guy.
Yeah, the other guys are blow drying their balls in the hand dryer in the fucking locker.
There was this one guy that would fucking wash his feet in the sink. Yeah, and they had to tell him to stop washing his feet in the sink. There was this one guy who used to do that. You never knew what he looked like naked, so on and so forth. And he was in the shower right in front of me. And I open the curtain to step outside, and he opens the curtain to grab the towel, because the way you hang the towel is outside. And I got a view of what he looked like, and it was basically Bo. And I was like, I looked at him, I went, what the fuck? And he goes, yeah, I know I'm packing. I went, yeah, that's an understatement. Jesus Christ, what do you feed that thing?
So then you ran and you put your towel over and put your underwear on underneath?
No, unfortunately, you would think so, but I didn't.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't.
I'm gonna go in the corner. I'm gonna go change in the corner.
Right? Yeah. This guy like flipped his dick over his shoulder and shit. Yeah, it was ridiculous. No, I'm not exaggerating. Like, it was like almost to his knee. It was ridiculous.
Fuck.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. And I'm like, what the fuck? And his wife was like this little Spanish girl. I'm like, how?
Really?
Yeah.
Poor lady.
Yeah, I was like, how the hell?
Right.
It is what it is. I guess you just learn to work with what you got, Unbelievable, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So basically, now I got to see. When there's only 6 guys in a lineup, it doesn't like I don't even want to do the wrap up afterwards, because I always make sure I do a wrap up as soon as the show's over.
It'll be a quick one.
And I'm like, all right, Hassan won. Click. Goodbye. What do you want me to say? There's 6 guys, 3 of which I never even heard of. Right. So it's who's doing it? Stanimal, Hassan, Nathan Spear, and the other 2 guys I never heard of. Prince Boabang, he's from Canada. Irene Gawley, he's from Canada. And the other guy that I don't know was Morgan McDonald, and he's from Canada.
Really?
I don't know. Yeah, I don't get it.
Go Canada.
I guess so. I don't get it. Why? Whatever. I don't know. I don't know what these bodybuilders are thinking. I don't know what happens behind the scenes. I don't know if they just get paid more money from sponsors and Instagram and stuff like that, and they're like, screw it. I don't know if they're entitled. I have no idea. But as of now, you got to win a show, and if you don't compete, that's it. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, how are things going with I Prevail subs?
I Prevail. Things are knock on wood, dude. Things are.
Well, you're renovating your whole house. I would think so. Shit.
Well, dude, I haven't. All the money goes back into the company, dude. I'm continuously growing this business, and I haven't taken a paycheck in 4 years. I mean,
really?
Yeah.
How do you survive?
Well, we take out money for a draw, so we'll pay ourselves for rent, use of the office, use of our storage area. So we take some living expenses out, but I haven't taken a personal paycheck ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So
Wow.
it's all going back into the company, so it's, money for marketing, money for new products, expanding the SKUs, expanding different flavors, trial and error on other properties, more inventory,
Hmm.
merchandise. Dude, it adds up,
Yeah.
it adds up. And the thing
Give me
is,
give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
yeah,
No.
dude, if you're taking a number two, I ain't waiting that long. So for those of you that are still listening, these are the times John gets excited during the show and he has to take a quick masturbation break just to relieve himself from all the sexual tension he gets from working on the other end with me. Or he's got bad gas and he's got to go extinguish a little gas leak that is secreting from his asshole. And all you young kids still listening, don't do drugs. Stay away from drugs and vaping and drinking. Unwise health and life choices. Stay strict. Fucking train. Take your iPrevail supplements. Get to the gym. Live a good lifestyle. Don't smoke crack. Stay out of strip clubs. All those good health things. Good choices. We have to make good choices. So I noticed John collects a Hot Wheels car. It's right there between those two pictures of the baseball players on the back of his cabinet. I wasn't much for collecting little sports cars, stuff like that, but it reminds me of a joke. The elephant and the mouse. I'm going to tell you a joke about the elephant and the mouse. So the elephant and the mouse are walking down the road, and the mouse falls into this ditch, right? And he can't get out. Can't get out. So the elephant throws his dick down the ditch. Oh, there you are.
Sorry, dude. I had to drop a bomb.
I figured that. I was just telling a story because I saw your Hot Wheels car behind you.
Oh yeah, that was what happened. That's a friend of mine. When I first got my bike, it was green.
Oh, it's a bike, dude. It looked like a sports car from.
So when I first got my bike, it was green. So my friend at work saw this and bought it for me. But now my bike is black and red. But so I just. Anyway,
I finished the joke now. I was telling a joke about you because I thought it was a sports car.
What was the joke?
So the joke is about the elephant and the mouse. So you ever hear that story?
No, go ahead.
So I'm down the joke a little bit, but I'll kick back. So the elephant and the mouse are walking down the road, and the mouse falls down this ditch, and he can't get out. He's hysterical. He's jumping up and down. No, I'm sorry. The mouse falls in the ditch. Sorry.
Gotcha.
So the elephant takes his dick out, throws it down the ditch. The mouse climbs out, right? They continue further down the road. Now the elephant falls into this enormous ditch. The mouse is frantic. He does not know what to do. How can he save his friend, the elephant, who just graciously saved his life? So he goes and he gets his sports car, gets a Corvette, right? He pulls the Corvette up and he takes a chain and he ties it to the end of the Corvette. And he throws the end of the chain down the ditch. He pulls his friend, the elephant, out of the ditch, right?
Yeah.
What's the moral of the story?
Why not?
You have a big dick, you don't need a Corvette.
You're a dick.
I don't have many. That's an oldie.
That's a good one. I got one. I got one. 3 f***s are in a hot tub, right?
And you went in, you jumped in?
Yeah.
You dive right in. Yeah. Right.
You're a sick bastard. You're fucking sick.
Yeah.
There was something else I wanted to ask you about, and I totally forgot, but that's okay. What are you gonna do?
The show's coming up in 2 weeks. You ready?
Oh, that's it. Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, I ordered all the shirts, so I gotta make them. But yes,
I got shirts coming in too. I got some sleeveless hoodies and some t-shirts we're selling at the show. That's all the iPrevail stuff though. One of my athletes is coming down from Ohio to help out.
Oh, cool.
Good up and coming national level bodybuilder. This guy Jordan McLeod, one of my guys. I trained him. But I always post about him. Big dude, talk about backs.
Yeah, I probably saw him because I'm always looking, but
I got a fucking back on him.
Really?
but we spent the past year and a half like really targeting his legs, and he's made some tremendous progress.
Oh, okay, cool. Do
Yeah.
you sell I Prevail stuff at the show?
Yeah, we will.
Oh,
I
okay,
won't.
good.
I'll have him there, selling some pre-workouts and aminos, probably fat
All right,
burn.
good. Because I'm gonna need pre-workout pretty soon.
Oh, sure. All right.
And I want to try one of the new flavors that you got.
Commission, dude,
I think
their
the
flavors are
bomb.
good.
Yeah. A
So
friend of
it's
mine
funny.
ordered. Good.
So it's funny with this industry, because it's rough on me, okay?
Mhm.
Because dude, we're just different generation people,
Mhm.
where we want what works, So in my pump product, Forge Pump, it's a non-stim
Yeah.
nootropic pump pre-workout. Dude, it's stacked with tons of nitrous oxide, blood flow ingredients, stuff that's really going to help deliver that pump and blood flow that aids in recovery and performance. But dude, I use high doses of beetroot, which are high in nitrates, which are great for blood flow, great for your heart. And I use 1,000 milligrams of lion's mane, which is a mushroom nootropic. But dude, it gives you clean focus for people who don't want to take.
Lion's mane is a mushroom.
Yeah. So it's a mushroom extract that we source out, and we get a high yielding source of this lion's mane ingredient. And dude, you feel it when you take it, dude. Like you have like that tunnel vision.
Really?
Feeling like your mind muscle connection without.
Oh, I've used the Forge Pump before. Yeah.
Yeah. So dude, it's my best seller. But I have a small end of the scale, not a lot, but a small end of the scale where people like, oh, you could still taste the beetroot in it a little bit.
Really?
Well, I think the flavors are awesome. Most everybody loves the flavors.
I never
There's
tasted
a handful of
beetroot.
people. But dude, you either want these fucking ingredients or you don't want these ingredients. If you don't want to take them, go take some shit without it, but you're not going to get the same effect. So that's why I struggle, because I have to constantly pay more money for flavoring and these flavor experts to come in and flavor these products so they offset the high doses of some of the raw ingredients. Because dude, all my products are dosed for performance. Like they're made for guys that we talk about, dude, for athletes.
I can vouch for it because I use it, and that's for sure.
and in doing so, I see what the market is. Like we talk about the Gen X and I'm sorry, the
Gen Z.
Gen Z, and and what's the other one? The Y or
millennials
and
millennials.
And if it doesn't taste good, they're not going to buy it. And granted, dude, I do fine. I do fine, but they're a big market. They're a big part of the market share. So you want to kind of contribute to these guys, that are wearing the flip flops and the Crocs in the gym and stuff like that. Because if it tastes good, they'll buy it.
Yeah, just tell them they look great in their Crocs. That's all. You look fabulous in your Crocs.
But dude, some of these guys, like look, and I own a supplement company, so I really shouldn't be saying this because I want people to buy my products on all different levels, right?
Yeah, but on Serious Intelligence Bodybuilding, we keep it real.
Right, we keep it real. But
we keep it real.
Don't need a pre-workout. You know what I mean? Like if you're fucking 21 years old, dude. If you need to get stimmed out of your mind to go to the gym to bench press your 180 pounds, dude, then I got nothing for you. Like you don't need to be, but they do it. It's like part of the culture. It's part of this. It's part of that.
Right. That's what it is.
So
and they take this, they take this scoop and then they swig it with water because they're
they dry scoop it.
Because
whatever.
They're
Crazy
badass,
kids,
bro. They're badass.
But dude, I lose sales to companies, and I'm not going to call them out, but I lose sales to companies that have subpar, and I mean subpar ingredient panels.
Yeah.
Because they taste great. They taste like Kool-Aid. If you want Kool-Aid, save your $50 instead of buying a pre-workout.
Yeah.
Go to the fucking food store and put some Kool-Aid in your water. That's all you're getting.
Does that supplement company rhyme with Zed Bon Fun?
What?
Zed Bon Fun. It rhymes with that.
Oh. Dude, Yeah.
Yeah.
You could say Redcon.
Yeah.
Dude, to be honest, Redcon has some decent formulas.
Yeah.
They actually do. Not all of them are highly dosed. You know what I mean? But they hit that middle of the road market. You know what I mean?
Right.
So they're brilliant when it comes to marketing. They really are. As much as I'm not a fan of Redcon, whatever. Dude, they have some shit products, but dude, they do have some decent products.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So,
I don't want to shit on any product companies just in case, one day somebody wants to give me an endorsement. Do you want? Oh, I got a sponsor. You want to see who my sponsor is?
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. This is my sponsor. Me, I pay for everything.
Congratulations. Right.
That's it. That's my fucking sponsor.
Yeah.
All right, dude. I'm gonna let you go.
Yes, sir.
It's quarter to 10. You got the gym in the morning and then work and then the kids. What do you got the kids doing over the summer now that they're not in school?
So they're still doing soccer and they just finished up camp. So, my youngest daughter goes to camp.
Good.
My oldest daughter, she just got home now from soccer practice. And she starts high school soccer, varsity soccer. She starts they have it once a week now, but that starts in a couple of weeks.
Yeah.
She's got a job, so she's been
Really?
Yeah. So she's gonna work a couple of days a week. And to be honest with you, dude, she does soccer. It's nonstop. Dude. It's like 11 months out of the year.
Yeah.
So as long as she's up and moving around and taking care of herself, I don't get on her back too much. But they're active, they're teenagers. Yeah. I mean, my youngest one's 11. She's fucking barely home. Like, she just wants to be out. Like, she's like.
But that's a testament, to how good you and your wife are as parents. And I'm not blowing smoke up your ass. That's the God's honest truth. Because I know some lazy ass parents, and lazy ass parents just lead to lazy fat kids.
Yeah.
That's the truth. If you're not proactive, the kids are just going to do nothing. And I wish more parents will like you, because I see either, guys from work or, friends of friends or even family members. And I'm like, you shouldn't even have kids, man. Like, seriously, you are a disaster and you're going to raise this kid. You know what I mean? It's just, you're not,
So I saw a clip today and it's funny, like, and this lady or guy's bitching, about their kids. And it's like, why do I need to explode to get you to get off your ass and do something? You know what I mean? Why did, and the reason is not the kids and it's not any other, it's the parents.
Yeah.
It's because they don't take you serious enough the first time you tell them something. So kids are always going to push back. They're going to get away. It's instinctive. I did it. You did it. We all did it.
100%. Absolutely. It's part of growing up. Absolutely.
Take out the garbage. Yeah, I'll get to it. No. Take out if I ask you twice,
right,
I'm going to do it.
Right.
Okay. And if I do it, you got a fucking problem.
Yeah,
if
exactly.
I do it, I'm telling you to do this. If you don't do it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
And if you make me do it, certain privileges are going to be revoked.
Yeah. No, 100%, man. I truly, there has to be discipline because there has to be balance, and, dads usually are, mothers are usually the nurturing one and dads usually are the disciplinaries. I mean, don't get me wrong, not every
and I get it.
Generally speaking.
And there's days, dude, my wife and I, we're fucking exhausted. We're stressed from business. And she still has her full-time job and she helps me when she can, with the company, with logistics and the billing and the invoicing and shipping and stuff like that and everything. So it's, and both our daughters, they're in these academy teams, these academy travel soccer teams. And dude, it's nonstop and it's all over the state, all over the country. It's everywhere. So it's a lot of stress on us. So there's certain times where you don't want to discipline. You're fucking exhausted.
I couldn't.
But those are the times, and you can't let them get away with it.
It's like similar to the times you don't want to go to the gym when you're a pro bodybuilder. And
it's no different. But if you have that, thank God we have these good work ethics, my wife and I, and we were instilling them in our kids.
Absolutely, yeah.
But if we didn't have that, I get it. Where it's easy. Let them stay on the computer. Let them eat whatever they want. I get it, dude, because we get to that point but we're like, no, fuck it, I got to get up and handle this, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But now, because I'm even more exhausted, if I got to handle it, it's not
yeah.
going to be good.
That's right.
A
No,
lot of
it's
these
true.
kids, they think things they have are just given.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like it's given to you just like it's like a social security number. You just get one.
right.
You know what I mean? Like you don't just get a phone.
Yeah, you don't just get a
You don't
car
just
when you
get a
get your license.
computer. You don't just
Yeah,
get
yeah,
this. You don't get a ride here. You don't get that.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
gotta fucking earn it.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
So
And don't get me wrong. And at the same time, I got friends that worked that are excellent parents, you know. One quick story is my friend Jay, a really good friend of mine, his daughter wanted a pair of Jordans. And she's like, your daughter's age. She didn't even know who Michael Jordan was, you know. And he goes, and Jordans are expensive. You're talking like $200 sneakers, right?
yeah, I know.
And the guy says, all right, I'll get you a pair of Jordans, but you gotta write me an essay on who Michael Jordan is, you know.
No
And
shit.
yeah, and she did it, you know, and she did it. And then he's like, okay, we'll go, you know, but you know, there are parents, you know, that especially with girls, especially Italian dads with girls, like my brothers, that just, you know, open up the fucking wallet and just pay. They
Right.
just get to buy them whatever they want because they're the
Yeah,
princess.
no.
Yeah, 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 yeah. It's just, you know, you know, and then you the whole like, you mean, listen, I don't have kids, but I would like to believe that if I had kids, I'd be a good dad, right? The whole idea of having kids is to raise balanced, responsible adults, not to raise overgrown children, right? And you know, I admire people, and I know, and I admire. I think I've told you this before, but I admire people like you and your wife when I see you guys working together as a family at the show and so on and so forth. And I think that's lacking a lot, tremendously. Where you know, when we were kids, you know, like I remember when I was a kid, I knew one kid whose parents are divorced, one, and I was like, whoa, really?
Yeah.
Parents are divorced? Wow.
Yeah.
Now it's every other kid parents are divorced, you know.
I get it.
And it's just like, it's just unbelievable. But anyway, all right, dude, I'm going to let you go. July 29th is Muscle Beach. I will be there.
I'll be there.
I'll be there. I finally got a girl to work at night. I'll be there during the day on my own, but at night, this girl is going to be helping me. I'll be there. And the winner of the open bodybuilding will be a guest on the show.
Yes, sir.
Just like we did last year, right? Who won last year? John won last year.
Yeah.
That's right. And I Prevail Subs will be there. And and actually, I enjoy it. I had a good time last year.
It's a fun time.
It really is. I really enjoy it. I love the people that come up and talking to people. And
Dude, I haven't seen all the athletes yet, and I don't like looking at the competitor list yet because it's too nerve-wracking. Because nowadays they all come in like the last 2 weeks. So
Yeah.
I've gotten a decent amount now. Hopefully more continue to come in.
They will.
But some people that I know that are doing it, we got some talent this year.
Really?
Yeah, there's some fucking talent this year, dude.
Good. And you got Vinny Galante.
I always seem to bring in some good quality athletes, you know, and
yeah.
Did Nick Walker won my show, you know, fucking
really?
Yeah. So I've had pros.
Yeah.
Shaniqua. Remember Shaniqua? Grant?
Yeah.
Dude.
I heard she's making a comeback.
Unbelievable genetics.
Yeah, I know.
Unbelievable.
You're forgetting somebody who won your show.
Yeah, right.
I think he won the
pro career. He never had a pro career.
Yeah, I think he won the Masters class and overall Masters, I believe.
Is that what he did?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's
it was a good year. It was a good year.
Yeah, 2012.
Shit.
Yeah, 2012. I won
11 years ago.
Yeah, I won the Masters. I was like, you know, God, yeah, I was 11 years ago. So I was 35. Yeah. Oh, so shit. I just made the cut for Masters. My Masters 35 and over.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it was just, and I came in second in the Open at your show.
No shit.
Yeah. Some Puerto Rican kid with a green mohawk, I think, won. If I'm right.
Oh, dude, he came from Massachusetts.
Really?
Yeah. So a friend of mine was
He was a middleweight. Yeah.
Yeah, we get some good guys. So it'll be a good year.
All right. It'll definitely be fun. I'm actually looking forward to it. I got to get on my ass with making those shirts. I got sleeveless shirts, regular t-shirts. I got shirts for the chicks,
There you go.
for
There you
broads.
There you
All right, dude. Listen, have a good one. We'll talk tomorrow.
See you later. I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Later, bro.
Good night.